Women saying they can get their passports too, I don't think they realize how crazy foreign men are. Like, you will get your head popped off if you come at your husband sideways. So if you're asking, like, can you get rammed through? Sure, that's easy. The shit you do here in the States and how horribly you treat men, that won't fly overseas. So good luck with that.
Hey there, besties. Thank you for stopping by. I am MICHONDENYSE. So let's go ahead and get back to this passport stuff because, child, I thought it was dying down. It is not. It is not. And now they're starting all of the videos with, if you think that I care. So now that they got that part, so they want to add that in. I do not care what you do. And yet there's no shortage of these videos still of people who don't care making videos about people that they don't care about, but they're still making videos about people they don't care about, if that all makes sense. All right.
Back with another triggering topic. Y'all asked for it, and here it is. Passport Bros Exposed, Part 2. Now, before I begin, let me hit y'all with a quick little disclaimer. No, I'm not mad that certain men have decided to go out of the country looking...
Oh, no, she's not mad, but she's on to part 3, supposedly. I know she said part 2, but this says part 3. So you on a part 3. This is almost a 4-minute TikTok video to talk about something that you really don't care about, to make sure that you expose people that you don't care about, that you don't want, that you...
for their next victim. I'm completely okay with that. No one's trying to keep you or hold you hostage. Go where you are celebrated, brother. The only issue I have with it is that with...
the only issue. I thought you didn't care. You said go celebrate. Be where you're celebrated. But you do have a care. Child, you cannot make this ish up.
Every large movement that certain types of black men create, like Save Yourself Black Man, the Kevin Samuelites, and even the Passport Bros, is centered around the dislike or disdain for black women.
It's for the disdain of black women. This is so far more than about black women. This has nothing to do with black women. It has to do with, I'm assuming, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, women, modern women, feminism following women. That has nothing to do with black women in particular, but you want to put yourself into every daggone thing. Mind your business. Go on where you're celebrated, but you keep putting yourself in places and spaces that ain't got nothing to do with you. If you don't go figure out how to not get evicted, if you don't go figure out how to use some daggone birth control, if you don't go figure out how to not get pregnant, go figure out how to get above the poverty line, figure out how to not be so obese. Like, you got issues that you need to work on, but continuing to put your nose into business that's not yours. If somebody is going over there and you don't care, then STFU, but you don't know how to do that because you want to be in a part of everything. Because deep down, you don't have to admit it. We can see it. You care. You're worried. You're scared. You want them. And you're mad and you're sad and you don't know what to do because they are on their way out of here. Enough of them anyway. And for some reason, you have to be worried. You have to say something. This has nothing to do in particular about black women. But you always got to throw black women into everything. Protect black women. Protect black women. Jeez, it's so annoying. So exhausting.
Somehow it becomes our fault, and it's because we are inadequate in some way that these men want to distance themselves. And
you are inadequate in plenty of ways, but you don't want to acknowledge what that is. It has nothing to do with them. It has to do with you. You want to sit up here and you don't want to have anything to do with a man, but then you want to make up all these videos about men. You want to sit up here and you want a man to do everything for you, but you don't want to do anything for said man. Then you want to sit up here and talk negatively about black men, but then you want to talk greatly about white men, knowing they marry you less than the black men do. Then you sit up here and try to be like, I don't desire to be married. I don't want to be married. Oh, okay. Then why are we talking about things that have to do with marriage then? Oh, because you don't want it. Got it. The craziness, the foolishness. You just be lying.
That is simply not the truth. I'm going to show y'all some clips and then I'll come back with my commentary.
Brothers, I'm not happy what I'm seeing in Latin America, because when it starts from one place, it will spread to other places around the world. Women there are just so chill, so feminine, and so beautiful for brothers to go out there and get.
That man didn't say nothing about black women. Not a daggone thing. But you know, fit, feminine, and friendly is MSG. Y'all know what that is. You know what, asking a woman to be fit, to be friendly, to be feminine, not effeminate, feminine, is considered to be toxic in this crazy, crazy world that this world is turning into.
With the rise of the podcast bros spawned another group of outliers who call themselves passport bros. I had never heard of this sect of society, but I was introduced to them while listening to a radio show where a caller called in and provided insight. By the way, the show was about black men not voting, but wanting to be heard enters this character. Black women, are you ready? Apparently there's a group of, you guessed it, black men who have grown weary of the quote control that black women have over them. So they've decided to seek dominance elsewhere, and that's in the form of traveling to third world countries to seek a bride. This caller had so much animosity seething out of his side tooth that it was laughable that he actually saw himself as some kind of prize.
Now listen to the way that she's speaking. She sounds so wonderful. She sounds like somebody that if I was a man, I would want to bring home. The disdain in her voice while she's talking about someone else. Her sign language, her nastiness, that tone, like she's the school teacher and she's in charge of everyone. I can't imagine why anyone wouldn't want to deal with you, black woman. Because it's what you say and what you want, and then somebody wants to do something different to not have to deal with you, and then it's, oh my God, you crusty, dusty, and musty. I cannot believe it. Oh my God. So what you definitely have done is proven the point. You can't even talk on a level where it's just your disdain is not seething through. Your disdain is seething through. Oh, it was about black men not voting. Well, why do you care? Oh, because you want them to vote the way you want them to. Because you know daggone well most of these black men are going to vote Republican. And we all know y'all can't take that. Oh, no way, no way. Because if you don't vote Democrat, then you ain't really black. Shout out to Joe Biden. Y'all want to sit up here and have a fit because you're basically losing control. And instead of going ahead and trying to have a real conversation with someone, you just want to go on the attack. That's who you are. That's how black women are. That's why you have the problems that you do. You always want to talk about someone else, but never want to talk about the obesity, the eviction rate, the student loan debt. You supposedly out here opening these businesses, but you don't have any daggone employees. And when you sit up here and you do the analysis of income versus debt, what's that look like? Are you in the positive or what? Nobody ever wants to give those numbers. Just because you know how to open an LLC don't mean that you got some great business. Swear you doing something. Swear you better. Why is it that black women always think that they got to be pointing out how they're better than someone else and someone is taking something from them? If that is not the epitome of narcissism, yes, I'm using that word, y'all, then I don't know what is. Oh, they're doing it because of black women. Oh, he don't know what to do because of black women. You know he need a black woman. You know that's not true because of black women. Black women are better than black men. White women want to be like black women. It's always about you. Always. Oh, the true narcissist, black women swearing everything is about them and most things aren't, because nobody really cares at the end of the day. You really thinking that you're so much better than anyone else, and you're really not much better than anyone. When you add it all together, which you don't want to do, all you want to do is say you're the most educated, but you never want to add on with the most student loan debt, which is why you got black women going to Joe Biden's residence of the White House, trying to tell Joe to pay all her $240,000 salary, student loan debt, while she got an $85,000 salary. That don't make good God sense. You never want to take a look at yourselves. You never do anything wrong. And that's why no one wants to deal with you. It's not just men. No one wants to deal with you.
What's at play here is that these dusty, mediocre at best so-called men have finally come to the realization that black women are no longer willing to settle for the bare minimum and are choosing to stay single and maintain their peace.
Oh, now you're choosing to stay single. Y'all gonna stick with that, huh? Y'all really gonna stick with that? If you're so choosing to remain single, then why are you even talking about this? Why are so many black women calling into Kendra G's show? You want to sit up here and call somebody names because that's the best that y'all have. Thinking that you're so much better, you're so mature, you got so much going on, but you're still down here in the gutter. Because basically at the end of the day, you're down here in the gutter, worrying about what Passport Bros is doing, worrying about what black men are doing, where they're going, how it's going, who's there, what happened. If you're such a high horse, why are you down here in the gutter? That's what I don't understand. But none of y'all can ever explain that, because that would mean that you would have to tell the truth. Of course, we know you're going to be defiant and say, we don't want them, we don't want them, we don't want them. They ain't nothing. Cross state, that state, must stay ashy. Cross state, that state, must stay ashy. We know how it goes. We got it. Your playbook, please put something new in there.
Let me close by stating that this caller mentioned his godfather, who I'm told died tragically at the hands of the very fate he wished on black women, a man who I refer to as he who shall not be named.
That's all right, because I say it, because your disdain for men, black men, Kevin Samuels, it's clear. The godfather is Kevin Samuels. You won't even hold off because you're too busy going with the sisterhood. You're part of the sisterhood, okay? That is more important for you to call out names and to tell people off and to be combative, to be nasty. That's where you all get your joy from. And that's fine, because you could take all that all the way to the daggone grave.
Question here is, if divesting to desperate and disenfranchised women is so great, why do you all have to make an announcement? A grand...
Oh my God, God forbid if men talk. You know men can't talk. Oh my God, men can't talk. She act like somebody knocked on her door and told her. She came out here and found it on the same internet that the rest of us have the right to. So this is the problem right here. Listen to her. You didn't need to tell us. No one knocked on your door. No one sent you an email. No one sent you mail. No one sent you a pigeon. No one did any of that. You on the same freaking internet that the rest of us are allowed to be on. But for some reason, again, you think that your opinion and what you think and who you are is more important than any and everyone else. And this nasty ass attitude is the reason why men, black men in particular, are done with a lot of y'all. It's not even really about y'all, but y'all make it so easy because you're so nasty and you're so busy trying to be men. Go ahead and be men with one another. Go ahead and live with one another and take all that debt with you and take all that obesity with you and take all that disease with you and take everything else with you and have at it. Because the fact that saying fit, feminine, and friendly is considered toxic, that's exactly where y'all are. You're on the toxic end, but not a fit, feminine, and friendly. More of masculine, nasty, name-calling, miserable, angry biatches. Those are the adjectives for y'all. But anyway, I don't want to hear any more what she got to say because she really ain't got nothing new to say. So that's it. That's all. If you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Please consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next one.